we go. What is going on, Cover One crew? Welcome back to the show. Everybody is good. Combine week has officially kicked off, and we're talking players to watch here at the NFL Combine. Gotta love it. I love me some NFL Combine. Gives us the ability to see what these guys can do in shorts. I understand tape is always, and film study is always king, but this is where we get to see the agile movements, the fluidity movements, everything they should be doing, with relative ease comparative to the skill sets. Obviously, we're going to see some misses. We're going to see some guys uplifted. I got players galore on the offensive side that we should watch. Let's start with these quarterbacks, man. Jackson Dart, Ole Miss product. He's got a good release, man. I'm telling y'all right now, he's seen to make many big boy throws. But is he that true franchise passer in the NFL? We will see. There's a lot of bad tape. There's a lot of good tape on a Jackson Dart. I'm a little bit intrigued, but I'm not expecting the world. Jackson Dart could be a high riser now that Shedeur Sanders is not going to be throwing at this combine. Quinn Ewers. Okay, Quinn, he's got a fairly good arm, but he's also very inconsistent. Some days he's balling, some days he's piss poor. We've seen the whole, circus of a Quinn Ewers at Texas, so we will see. This is a big one for him to get the stock lifted up higher for him in this combine. Absolutely going to see what he can do showing out, man. Dylan Gabriel, Oregon Ducks. He is undersized, but he's got a lot of experience, great pass release as well, and he does got some playmaking ability with some rushing upside. I'm a fan. It's just he stands at, 5'9", not necessarily the best what you want to see out of your franchise quarterback potential. Will Howard, Ohio State, the Ohio State Buckeyes, national champion. He's moved around college football quite a bit. And could he be anything more than a perennial backup in the NFL? Potentially. I'm looking for him to showcase what he can do here at this combine. Riley Leonard, Notre Dame. He's also kind of that inexperienced, more raw than polished. But the ability to make plays is definitely there. Limited type of big boy throws on film, but he does have very good developmental traits that you can get behind if you are going to try to develop him. Riley Leonard is definitely one to watch. Kyle McCord, Syracuse. Okay, he's an interesting commodity. I understand he's getting a lot of hype right now on his game, but he's had monster games? He's had very much terrible games. Y'all remember that 5 interception contest he had recently this past year in college football? Not necessarily what we want to see. McCord is definitely rising up some scouts' boards. Mine right now, I'm still quite lukewarm on the man. Jalen Milroe, Alabama product. Where's his ceiling right now? He's got a big arm. He's a great athlete, unreal rushing upside, but can he progress in that passing game? We saw the same types of situations when it came to an Anthony Richardson, A-Rich, and what I said to you about A-Rich coming out of the draft, extremely raw prospect, needs a lot of time to grow, so patience is going to be key for a Milroe. Definitely undersized as well for the quarterback position, but we will see what he does. He will test extremely well at the combine. Shedeur Sanders. Okay, he's got the makings of having a very good floor overall. Obviously, son of primetime Dion. But, what's his ceiling going to be? Is it ever going to reach that total top end that a lot of people are hoping for? Or is it kind of that Geno Smith, ceiling we might see? I'm kind of leaning towards the latter. I like his game. I think there is a lot of upside. But him not throwing at this combine, I think, is a big mistake for him, as he is not a shoo-in top 5 commodity. Tyler, I can't pronounce his last name. Louisville, I'm not even going to try, man. They changed his name a couple times already, and I get it, man. Louisville product. He's been making some hype and waves. I even watched some of his videos, try to get, some of his film to try to get his name right, and I still couldn't get it right. Damn it, it is one of those situations. But, he's gaining a lot of hype. He's gaining a lot of, steam up in NFL circles. He's got a lot of college football under his belt as well. One of the older rookies to come out of this draft. He's got a decent arm. He's got decent playmaking ability, but I don't know if I'm necessarily sold on this man. A lot of people going to be going after the Bo Nix, equivalent of a lot of college football experience to be on their team. Cam Ward, Miami. Next one on the board. Cam is an exciting talent, can make a lot of the throws, but is he also a true franchise passer? passer that can help rebound a struggling team? We shall see. I do like Cam's game quite a bit. I want to see a lot of pinpoint throws, a lot of touch passes. I want to see the full repertoire from a Cam Ward before I get all excited. Running backs, LeQuint, I mean, he's good. LeQuint Allen, Syracuse product. He's good, but he's one of these guys I really want to see more. I mean, there's some people that love to hate him, some people that love to, love him. I'm kind of on the fence. I want to see more agility, more, steam coming out of this man right now. But Allen right now, to me, is one of those guys. It's a great running back class. He's got to do a lot more to get my juices flowing. Jaden Blue, I mean, the blueprint from Texas. You got to love this kid. He is one of my big-time sleepers. I love his game overall. He could be a huge diamond in the rough, and I truly look forward to seeing him run at this combine. I think that he will be slept on in this draft process, and he will definitely make some noise in the NFL. Taj Brooks, Texas Tech. Brooks is another one that's gaining a lot of steam. I'm not sure I see all the hype yet, but again, another one of these players. I'm intrigued. I just need to see a little bit more. I've been through his tape quite a bit already, and he's good. I just don't feel like I'm wowed at this point, so definitely would like to see him run at the combine. Donovan Edwards, Michigan product. Speed is definitely predicated in this man's game, but definitely underwhelmed in his college football career. I mean, he could be one of these great change of pace backs, home run hitter in the NFL type of guy. He does have a lot of skills, just, it never really fully materialized with Michigan. And this is an opportunity for him to at least showcase that he does have wheels, hands, and could be a great third down back. Trevor Etienne, UGA, Georgia Bulldogs. Etienne, he's one of my favorites, but he still is in that kind of enigma range for me at this point. He can be so good and then legit fall in mid-range of all these running backs. So one of these players that will definitely benefit from a great combine is going to be a Trevor Etienne, brother of Travis Etienne. I'm looking for the fluidity. I'm looking for the great change of direction. I'm looking for his hands to be showcased in this combine for him as well. See if he can uplift his draft stock. Ollie Gordon, man, Oklahoma State. Love me some Ollie. He's one of my favorites, man. He's built huge. He's athletic, can hurdle. He can handle volume. He can truck people, and he can produce a shoot ton of yards. I almost swore there, but he can produce a lot of yards, man. I believe he had a 1,700-yard plus season at his time 2 years ago at OK State, so this kid can play. A lot of people sleeping on a Gordon. Omarion Hampton, North Carolina. Love me some Hampton. He is one of these guys kind of feeling like, he's an Arian Foster type, just not with the top-end speed at this point. I'll definitely be looking to see what his 40 time is. He's one of a kind, without question. Super skilled, great frame, chunk yard eater, man. Hampton is a baller, y'all. A lot of people have him at number 2 right now. He is my number 3 back out of this class. And RJ Harvey, UCF. He's one of those backs that a lot of people want to be great. He's got skills, but again, another one that I'm kind of lukewarm on. He's good, but is he great? I think another one of these backs that might get, hyped up a little too much. Y'all got to pump the tires just a little bit on a Harvey until further notice. My dude, Travion Henderson, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Trev is my guy. Loved him since high school. Huge fan. I mean, we saw that first touchdown that he had. I watched that game live. Absolutely loved it. It was unbelievable, man. Screen pass, 70 yards to the house versus Minnesota. He is a legit running back one. Do not get it twisted. He's got probably some of the best pass pro coming out of this draft as a rookie running back. He is legit ready. A lot of people think of that because Judkins came over to help spell out and win the Natty. Travion is definitely a running back one from this class. He can definitely do it all. Jarquiz Hunter, Auburn product. Always been a fan of Hunter as well. He is a great back, loaded with speed. I mean, seemingly dropped a little bit of the top-end wheels this past season, but I'm looking for him to run a very fast. I want to see a sub 4.4 out of a Hunter. That will definitely increase his stock. He still is likely a day 3 commodity coming out of this draft class, but a Jarquiz played with a Tank Bigsby and company back at Auburn. He is a good one, definitely slept on in many circles. Jordan James, Oregon Ducks. He's a very interesting prospect to me. James got the potential to, put it all together here. I'll be watching with my eyes wide open. There's just something about this kid. I think he could be really good or he could be really bad. Like, that's kind of the situation we got with James at this point. I'm very intrigued, very interested in how he does run at the combine. Ashton Genty, Boise State, we know this guy, Mr. 2,000 yards. The only problem is, and I will get into my rankings, some of y'all going to call me foolish, but I don't really care because I just cannot get past the lack of top-end competition. Yes, I understand you got to put up the stats no matter who it is, and he definitely fit the bill. I mean, he's a volume pig. We know this. How long is it going to be before it takes his toll? He almost had 400 carries last year. He had 9 fumbles on top of that as well last year. I mean, so you got to understand what you're getting. Yes, it was a heaping of carries, but it was 1 fumble per 43 carries. Unbelievable stuff at that point. Genty is good stuff. Very physical, very fast, body balance, unreal. But, I mean, I'm really wanting to go watch the Penn State tape, and then you'll understand what I'm saying about him. Love his game. Am I as hyped as everyone else thinks he's like a Bijan? No, he's not, in my opinion. Caleb Johnson, Iowa. The more I watch this kid, the more I like his game. Super fluid. More wheels than he gets credit for. He is definitely worthy of a top 5 selection as a top 5 running back selection, not top 5 draft selection. He is definitely in the top 5 for these running backs. Caleb Johnson, the more I watch him, the more I definitely like his game, man. Judkins, the Ohio State Buckeyes. I liked his film better when he was with Ole Miss, but he's still a beast, man. He's super tough to bring down, but the top-end breakaway speed definitely has me concerned. I still love the game. I think he could be super, uber productive in the NFL because of the skill set, because of the physicality as well. He will form a very nice tandem in the pros. Big fan of a Judkins. Damian Martinez, Miami product, beefy build. He's got some speed, and I mean, he's improving his stock as we keep going. And with a sound combine, he's definitely going to get people to turn their eyes, and he would also be a very good tandem back in the NFL. Martinez is definitely one to keep your eye on. Dylan Sampson, Tennessee. He is flying up boards in a lot of circles. Huge 2024 season, almost 1,500 yards. He definitely has got a lot of skills that we love at the running back spot. I just want to see more out of this kid's hands, man. If he can catch the ball very much without clapping off the hands, I might be in with a Samson as well. Cam Scatabo, Arizona State, not a fan. I will say it right now. The overhype on this man is huge. He's a bully, no question. He can bowl over anybody. Is he ever going to have a premier role in the league? I just don't see it translating. A lot of y'all going to think differently. I just don't see a fit on many clubs these days in the NFL. A Smith from SMU, Brashard Smith. I mean, very sneaky, good player, twitchy, bursty. I mean, he's got the makings to be a very good to great third down back in the pros. Definitely like his game a lot. And then a Tootin from Virginia Tech. He's a burner, man. Great cut ability, undersized, but so much juice. I absolutely love this kid's game as well. This running back class, I told y'all, is so big-time bullish. I love a lot of these players right now, man. Stanford product, Io Maynor. He is one of these guys interesting. Some love him, some don't like him. Good size, sound, highlight ability. Speed is definitely there. Is it great? Probably not. Can he round out the rest of his game? I mean, that's what I'm looking for. Hands, route tree separation. We shall see how he does move. Isaiah Bond from Texas, one of my favorites in the wide receiver room or in this class, 110%. Former Bama product, went to Texas, tried to play with the Quinn Ewers. He is legit Jalen Waddle clone 2.0. He could be extremely productive in the NFL, and I totally foresee it. I'm all in the right system for a Bond. I think he definitely will be one of these guys that's going to showcase very early in the NFL. Luther Burden, the third Missouri product. He's getting a lot of hate early on, and I don't understand why. The pundits, with air quotes I put behind, disrespecting this man. He's so uber talented. He's going to show out, and he's going to be one of these yak machines, kind of like a DJ Moore type of player. I like Burden. I think that in the right team, right system, he's going to flourish in a very big way. And a lot of people, if he falls to the second round, like some of y'all mocks are already suggesting, you are crazy. He is definitely a first-round commodity. Chimray, DK, Florida State. DK is very interesting. He was at the Senior Bowl as well. Could be a very sound secondary wide receiver in the pros. Got hands, got some route run ability. Is he ever going to be great? Probably not, but DK is definitely one of these guys I'm looking for to make a splash here at the Combine. Emeka Egbuka, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Emeka's a baller. Simple as that. Fantastic route tree. It's very similar to the likes of someone like Jackson Smith, Jigba, JSN. Emeka, they come from the same school. They come from the same teaching. Emeka is one of these guys. Very good hands. He can make any catch, and Emeka is going to be great in the NFL. I'll be shocked if he falls out of this first round. A Felton from Maryland. Okay, long and lean. He's got some speed. Can he handle a big target share? That's a question mark. Some technical issues do reside with this man. I want to see him have a very good combine. Tell me that his cut and fluidity and plant steps are all there. I will definitely be on board. Matthew Golden, Texas. Okay, this kid showed a lot of poise, man. He can play anywhere on the field. He's got skills to go deep, skills for yak, skills as a possessional wide receiver, and he will translate in the pros. Definitely rising up a lot of people's boards, and I'm a big fan of a Golden as well. Trey Harris, Ole Miss. Very good size, 6'3", he's got good wheels, route tree. Is it fully developed? A big question for me as well. You're going to see as this list does go down with some of these players, we're going to see a lot of technical issues to come to play. So we need to see a lot of this in short so that we can see how they do, how sharp their cuts are, how well they do run in and out of their breaks. It definitely does show a lot. Jaden Higgins, Iowa State, huge frame, man, giant separator. Love this guy, great separator, I should say. Unreal box out ability. He could be one of these guys that a lot of people don't look at, but he could be super productive in the NFL. Someone that's like, he looks like a tight end, but runs like a wide receiver, and his ability to get open is very strong. Love me some Jaden Higgins, Iowa State. Jimmy Horn Jr., Colorado product. Sleeper type of wide receiver for me at this point. He's undersized, but he has shown some good upside. He's got a very long battle to make it onto an NFL roster, but I definitely hope that he's going to perform here at the Combine very well so his stock does increase. I do like his game. Torrey Horton, Colorado State. Okay, huge fan of Horton, two-time 1,100-yard wide receiver in college football. And, I mean, they pepper this man with targets at Colorado State, and he answered the bell. Boom, boom, boom every time. Never had a problem with a Horton. I think he could be a very good secondary wide receiver in the NFL. Travis Hunter. Do I even have to say anything? Mr. Elite. Enough said. Travis Hunter is absolutely phenomenal, man. You guys know this. I got his scouting report down there in the books as well. Tez Johnson, Oregon product. Tez being compared to the likes of his former teammate Troy Franklin, but I do think that Tez Johnson could actually be better than what a Troy Franklin is. I mean, is it saying a lot? Maybe not, but I do like me some Tez. I think that he can be something better in the NFL quite earlier than what Franklin was. His game just slightly needs to be more refined. I do like his game quite a bit, and he's got wheels enough to take the top off of a lot of defenses. Kendre Lambert Smith, Auburn. KLS, baby. He's one guy I'm definitely looking to impress me. He's got some ability. Some things need to work on his craft, but big play potential is here. Do like me some KLS. McMillan, Tet McMillan, Arizona. This guy still is the best wide receiver in this class, in my opinion. Set of skills is on display. Speed, agility, power is there. I like him, man. A lot of people, making comparisons. You do see, potential, ceiling of like a T. Higgins, maybe more. Do like it a lot. McMillan is definitely one of these guys that's going to make an impact day one on an NFL roster. Nick Nash, San Jose State. This guy was an absolute stat machine. You go look at his stats. They're freaking loaded. But is he always going to be one of these under-the-radar prospects, always having to prove himself? The hill is definitely here that he's got to climb. But, I mean, if he's in the right system, someone could definitely exploit him. Nick Nash is one to watch. Definitely under-the-radar wide receiver. Xavier Restrepo, Miami. He could be one of the best slot wide receivers here at the next level. I'm telling y'all, in this draft as well. Stout frame, great hands, knows how to get open, knows for the end zone, and he's a grinder, man. Restrepo is definitely one of my favorites as well. Jalen Royals, I'm not overly convinced at this point. I know there's a lot of people on the bandwagon with Royals that he's the real deal. I'm still open to change my mind. He's just got to do it for me. I'm looking for a lot from a Royals. Arian Smith, Georgia, UGA. Simply put, I love his game. I think there's a lot of potential. He's just got to fix his dropping problem. There was so many drops in his game. And, I mean, he could be one of the best in this class if he fixes a lot of these drops. It's just too many drops. How can you draft somebody that high? He might even fall into day 3 because of the concerns of the dropping problem. Ricky White III, UNLV. I mean, he's got quick feet, good separation ability, good field awareness, very much an under-the-radar prospect that could actually turn a lot of heads. And then a Williams from TCU. Have we learned nothing from TCU wide receivers? I mean, QJ, Quentin Johnston. I mean, this is what it is. Williams, he's a little different. He's got all this, ability and juice and playmaking style. But still, it appears to me it's another gadget type of player, another Cordero Patterson type of guy. Better hands than QJ? I'm going to say yes as we sit today. But, I mean, we got to pump the brakes, man. You're taking a risk with any TCU wide receivers at this point. Tight ends, man. Harold Fannin Jr., Bowling Green. Very much the new breed of NFL tight ends without question. Speed, pass-catching upside definitely is here. Little light for the position. I believe he's under 240. But, I mean, he's definitely got offensive upside if that's what any team is looking for. Pass-catching tight ends that can make a lot of plays. Terrence Ferguson, Oregon. Not the most nimble of foot, fleet of foot at times, but he's got great size, and he can definitely handle a heavy target workload. If you're looking for a guy like this to move the chains, be that guy, Ferguson could definitely be your dude, man. Gunnar Helm, Texas product. 6'5", great size. Love this guy, man. Very good hands. He could definitely be a fixture in anybody's offense that's looking for a tight end and become the quote-unquote Mr. All Reliable. There is no question. Helm is definitely rising up my boards in this draft. Brant Kuithe, Utah product. Kuithe was a big name a couple years ago coming out of Utah. He had some injury issues, lost some steam. He stayed in college too damn long, man. 6 years. And with those injuries, can he ever rebound, or has his value definitely tanked? I think we're at the point that it has quite tanked. If he ever gets back on track, Kuithe is one of these guys. He can make some plays in the offensive systems, man. Luke Lachey, Iowa product, standing 6'6". This guy is a tower, no question, coming out of Iowa. How can we ignore any Iowa tight ends at this point? But he definitely isn't regarded as that quality just yet. Can he show something here at the Combine? Will someone take a chance on him? Absolutely. Will he ever pan out? We will see, man. Loveland from Michigan. I mean, he's a damn good, talented tight end. One of the top in this class, if not the best in this class. I still got a guy like Warren ahead of him, but he's definitely a 1A situation. Loveland is definitely one of these guys going to make a lot of noise in the NFL. Bryson Nesbitt, North Carolina, definitely under the radar tight end for a lot of people. 6'6", 250. He's one of my sleeper favorite tight ends. I'm definitely rooting for this kid. A lot of skills, a lot of speed. I mean, can he just be consistent overall? That's what I'm looking for. No drops, good hands, good route tree. I mean, the blocking is going to be something of an issue for him as well, which will drop him down the board. But like I said, a lot of new age tight ends, they don't block. They just pass catch at this point. Mason Taylor, LSU. Taylor is definitely climbing up the board. Good size, good agility, good hands, very good hands. I mean, could he stand to add some muscle? Absolutely, but he's another good one right now where you could say top 3 is Warren, Loveland, and then maybe a Mason Taylor. I don't dislike it whatsoever. Finishing it off with a Tyler Warren, Penn State product, the best tight end in this class, in my opinion. So much skill, so much ability, should be able to carve out a big-time role on anybody's team in the NFL. Love me some Tyler Warren, but there you have it. That is players to watch here at the NFL Combine. We're going to start getting field drills started up right away here. I love me some Combine. Hope you guys do as well. Hopefully I get you guys excited about it too, because it is really fun to watch, and this is a good part of the scouting eye that you get to see these guys and their movements, how fluid they are, what they do well without the pads on. But nevertheless, as always, don't forget that like button, hit that subscribe button, jump in those comments, give me your thoughts. What players are y'all watching? Throw it in the comments. We could definitely talk it out, but we'll see you next time. I am out.